All right, so I'm gonna do a bit of reading here, but when you feel like you are too much, all that means is you have the ability to feel deeply and intensely. And they say it started at a young age when emotional regulation skills were lacking. And that led to psychological wounds associated with either shame or loneliness. So when you feel like you're too much, or someone verbalizes to you that you're too much, you go back into that space from when you were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, where you were trying to find a regulating pattern that worked for you. But in the environment you grew up in, that was the only one to do, was to suppress yourself to be the happy, normal person. And the older you got, the more you realized, I've got more to say, I've got more to feel, I want to share that with the world. Those people who were brought up in the same way as you may not feel comfortable with breaking that barrier or that cycle. So when they see your emotions, they're like, this is too much. This person is now doing what their authoritative caretakers did to them. Everyone has the ability to have these feelings. So you're over here, a person who starts to find that depth of emotion is here. You're saying to this person, you are being too much. You are doing the same thing that you were being told is not okay. So this person up here who has gone through the work, who knows who they are, who loves who they are, start to just flatten down because you're being too much. So now not only has this person been told from early development that they were too much, they came down as a child. Then throughout their life and experience, they built themselves up again. And for another person to say, you are being too much, that person, that wound gets ripped open and throws salt in there until you back down. And again, that's where boundaries need to come in. You are never too much for anyone. You are magic. The fact that you can feel, the fact that you can be so brutally hurt, but you're able to put yourselves on the other side of the coin. You're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and say, okay, this happened because of this. It doesn't invalidate how I feel, but I'm able to experience why things happened the way they did. No person has the right to tell you that you are too much. And I think in our lives, it's starting to become such a normal thing. You're too much. This is not enough for me. What are these expectations that we're setting on ourselves? And again, for the younger generations, that what you are doing is not enough. We are trying to build this idea of perfectionism in being enough on your definition, or being too much, again, on your definition. There comes a time where we have to say to ourselves, okay, in my mind, I feel like this is too much. Why do I feel that way? Maybe it's because my emotions want to express themselves just like the person in front of me, but I can't do that. It's too dark, it's too deep. So it's easy to just shut someone down. And those people who feel so intensely need to hold on to that. Hold on to that comment of being too much. Start using it as a compliment, because every time someone says that to you, you're going to meet people in your life that say that to you. And if we can just see it rather as like, thank you. I do feel too much. I am too sensitive because I'm able to see and experience every emotion in my life and in other people. And how beautiful is that you are able to see how other people are feeling, feel how other people are feeling, and understand how other people are feeling. Of course you're going to feel too much. Of course you're going to be too sensitive. Because majority of the people don't even feel their own emotions. So when someone says to you, this is too much, You are being your authentic true self, and stick to that, because that is such a superpower to have in this world. We chase this external life of whatever we want and need. We are enough ourselves right here, right now. Don't ever allow any person to tell you that their perception of you is too much. You're never too much. You are always enough. And the reason I wanted to make this video is to know that you're not alone. We also need to understand the traumas we go through as children. Sometimes our brains get stuck in there. So we've got 32-year-olds still living like they're 10 because they're still in that space. They're still doing the same things that they were doing when they were 10 years old, because it's too scary to dig deep into your past, the way you felt. A child at 10 years old did not feel what you're feeling as 32. But somehow this adult version of yourself has created this situation that this is the way I am because this happened to me. As we grow older, we become our own parents. You cannot keep living in the past of, I do this because this is the way I was brought up. I do this because this is my trauma. This happened to me. I don't trust because that happened to me. You can't live that way. Everything in life is an experience. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And we need to come to find this deep love within ourselves and empathy for others, that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. You have no idea what someone is going through in their head. Not a clue. So why don't we share kindness more in this world? We are here to bring love and kindness and joy to each other. But we get so caught up in all the negativity, the conflict, the drama. You, who you are right now, is perfect. You are exactly who you are meant to be. Your life is exactly where it's meant to be. Everything in life, it's not too much. You're not too much. You are enough for everything. Everything in your life is exactly the way it's meant to be. Whether it's uncomfortable or not. Grow in that uncomfortability. Learn in that deep, dark space. Be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love the person I am. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. Whether that's going to sleep 10 minutes early. Be your own best friend. Never allow anyone to make you feel like you are not enough or that you are too much. Because them telling you you're not enough is based on their perspective. It has nothing to do with you. And for them to tell you that you're too much is just because it's uncomfortable for them to feel as much as you do. Feeling intensely, it's a lot. But it's also a gift, and it's beautiful that you're able to experience life in such depth of emotion. It's a beautiful gift, and I never want you to lose that for yourself.